Michael Brown, that was an Akata. His daddy is an Akata. And it's a shame. Because his dad, so he was just like destined. I always said any celebratory Come Guzzler Harris by these mammies is all fake and phony. Because if any of these mammies supported that whore.
Nation, one nation. But joy cometh
Come on, Joe!
We will get through this.
We gonna get through this together, y'all.
Together.
Ooh, Joe, we gonna get through this together. Oh yeah. No, y'all ain't even considered. Y'all ain't even in the boat.
Message to you, the unvaccinated. Even if I were pollinated and fully vaccinated, I would admire the unvaccinated for withstanding the greatest pressure I've ever seen. From partners, parents, children, friends, colleagues, and even doctors. People who are capable of such personality, courage, and critical ability are undoubtedly the best part of humanity. They are everywhere, in all ages, levels of education, states, and ideas. They are of a special kind. They are the soldiers that every army of light wants to have in its ranks. They are the parent that every child wants to have, and the children that every parent dreams of having. They are beings above the average of their societies. They are the essence of the people who have, well, built all cultures and conquered horizons. They are there, next to you. They look normal, but they are superheroes. They did what others could not. They were the tree that withstood the hurricane of insults, discrimination, and social exclusion. And they did it because they thought they were alone. And they believed that, well, they were the only ones. Banned from their families' tables at Christmas, they never saw anything so cruel. They lost their jobs, let their careers sink, had no more money, but they didn't care. They suffered immeasurable discrimination, denunciation, betrayal, and humiliation, but they kept on going. Never before in humanity has there been such a casting. Now, we all know who are the best on the planet Earth. Men, women, young, old, rich, poor, of all races or religions, the unvaccinated, the chosen of the invisible ark, the only ones who managed to resist when everything collapsed. That's you. You passed an unimaginable test that many of the toughest Marines, commandos, Green Berets, astronauts, and even geniuses could not withstand. You are made of the stuff of the greatest who ever lived. Those heroes born among ordinary men who glow in the dark. Remember, you're the voice, and it's time to make it count.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to SNL Smackdown tonight. Vindication, vindicated once again. Let's see. Hold on one second here. I want to say hello to everyone. Hey, Fact Finder here, back on the Foxhole. Everyone there on the Foxhole. AP 9889 and Ohio Kimmy. Thank you for that donation there. Bunny Rabbit, Moonwreck 1984. Hello to everyone there over there, and also on Odyssey tonight. Thank you, Pastor Shadley, for that donation over there on Odyssey. Wendy R, Cali Girls, Sandra Lee is here. Let's see who else is here tonight. Let's see, Ebb Tide. Let's see, who else? Old Salty Dog, Endure Darling. Let's see who else is here tonight. Philly G. Okay, Space Pirate Ivan. What's up? Thank you for that donation, Ivan. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. Hello, everyone. Welcome to tonight's Smackdown. We are on all platforms, and we're going to cut D Live in just a minute. And we're just monitoring it to see. Let me see. Let me look over here and see. Because some people may still go to the D Live app when it comes on, and we're going to make sure that we're trying to migrate people off of D Live because I can't tell jokes there. Just me. Let's see. We got 3 people there on D Live. So yeah, they're on D Live. We're gonna be cutting the stream in just a moment. But this is about vindication. Vindicated once again. Vindicated once again. Let's see. Let me see what my first thing I'm gonna put up here. We are living in a time where the truth tellers are they're trying to silence the truth. And I'm gonna get into. I'm gonna tell you how the angle. I figured it out. They're trying to silence truth tellers, trying to silence us. That's basically what they're doing with psyops and all kinds of things. Those people, once again, but people who get mad at you for speaking the truth rather than being mad at the people who lied to them. Isn't that sad that when you speak the truth about something, uh, the way people get twisted. Well, before we even get into this, let's see. Should I get into that? Yeah, I'll just say this briefly. I went out yesterday. I went out with a gentleman yesterday to dinner, and we went out to dinner, and then went to this dessert place and had dessert. And I didn't know they were a doctor. I didn't know. We were just having dinner, and I didn't know they were a doctor. And you know what? I said this once before. I'm so glad I didn't spend all that money up in them universities, wasting all that time and memorizing all that bullshit to pass a test just to be dumb. Or, I mean, they're no. I mean, I sat there. I held my own the whole time, and I'm gonna get more into that conversation, but there was nothing he could say. I'm sitting up here going like, what? You can't rustle up nothing? Oh my God. I mean, yeah, I knew it was smart. I knew it was intelligent. I had a lot of attorneys tell me this. And then last night, I was there with a doctor, and I got to talk about this deception and everything. And, and I kind of felt bad for him because there was nothing he could say to me other than he had to fold to knowing that, I don't know how y'all gonna recover from this, and it came out in the way because I told him I was into holistic health and getting my holistic health practitioner's license, healing, things like that. I'm doing very well with healing myself. I have healed others, and this is before I knew he was a doctor. I didn't know that till probably an hour into the dinner. But I held my own really well. So I was like, wow. That's the only thing I can tell you, that if these universities, these degrees, these paper on the wall people that wants to throw that in your face like that means some shit. Nothing ever showed real intelligence until this awakening came on. Nothing showed real intelligence until this awakening came on and people could see through the bullshit. That showed you intelligence. And you don't have to go to school to get that. You don't go to, I don't know. In school, I think they're doing something funny in these schools. That they have to be doing something funny in these schools that, they really are doing something really funny in these schools. I saw let me play it here. I think I have it here. I just want to play this real quickly before we turn off the other apps. So I just want to play this real quickly about, let's see. What I saw last night, I heard last night in the schools, from a school teacher. Let's see where. I think I put I gotta see where I filed this at. But these kids are so behind. They're so behind that they said the test scores are the lowest they've ever been in like 30 years. So this whole thing, this exercise we went through, and the things that they took these children through, to where now they are not even performing on a level to where their scores are, the teachers have never seen scores so low. They're like 2 years behind, and they've been and but they're already ahead. They've been promoted, but they're still 2 years behind. And I'm saying this because I saw this teacher, this video go viral on TikTok, where the teacher said he went into his classroom and he was teaching, and a student raised his hand and asked him a question: was he alive during the black and white period, when everything was in black and white? He said, what? He said, were you alive? Were you living when everything was in black and white? When did we get color? Uh, when did we get color? When did color come into it? I thought it was crazy when he said that. I said, okay, that's one kid. So he said, wait, he had to test this out. He said, well, how many of you think that there was, how many of you believe that there was a time when we lived and everything was in black and white? Over half the class raised their hand. Then he went into the next class over and asked the same question again. And over half thought the black and white movies and TV shows and movies that they thought that's how it was. Everything was in black and white and there was no color. I bring that up just to say that when it comes to these, what we've been seeing with these Gen Zers and millennials, some of what they don't know is really scary, because that's what's in back of us. A lot of us, and they are that dumb, and then they're just dumbed down, just dumbing them down even more. Public school, and that's why they have this campaign against people who homeschool. I'm trying to think. Let's see. I think this is it. Here it is.
Y'all, the kids are not all right. The class of 2022 had the lowest test scores in over 30 years. As an educator and as a parent and as a college attendee, I only put so much stock into these tests. But as an educator, seeing what I see every day, knowing what our kids have lived through in the last few years, I'm very concerned, and you should be concerned too. The secretary at my school yesterday just shook her head and said, just the mental health, I just can't. The problems are rampant. My colleagues and I will talk about what's wrong with these kids. Why don't they seem to respect our authority? Why do they question what we do all the time? Why can't they listen? Why do we have to repeat things over and over and over again? This is new. I work with an autistic child, and the days that he's not in school, there is ample work for me to do going out around the school, trying to help keep other kids in their classrooms, keep them from being violent, keep them on task, keep them from running and screaming down the hallways. They are not all right. But what are we going to do? Teacher?
I've seen cases like that. Teachers are quitting because of how these kids are acting in school and what they, the psychological damage that has happened to them over all this. What's up, Rebel Thunder? He's here on Rumble. What's up, Rebel Thunder? It's so good to see you. I'm from Sweden. I'm so glad he's here. I just wanted to just do that in my intro about that, because when I saw that, all I kept thinking about was, that's what they want. That is the mission. Dumb them down, keep them stupid, pay attention to these silly videos, these act like this and do all that, and talk about stupid shit, keep us divided, on make up a racial issue, make up this racial environment that we don't have here. This toxic environment of battling race, and always some race shit, and and then now the Jews coming in with they shit. So we can cut D Live now. Goodbye, D Live. It was only 2 people there anyway. So, okay, so now we can get these. Okay, so now, okay, so that's all this divide and conquer thing, and this big deception and the vindication that we're going to get into in tonight. What came out with Pfizer. We're going to play those videos. Before we get into that, it is SNL, and this is the week that Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard. No, we'll start off with. Let's start off with. Let's start off with some with body positivity. Body positivity and changing the standard of beauty. We have been forced. They forced these images out here on us. The people who own the entertainment industry, they force these images, especially this image that they keep forcing on us of overweight and obesity and big fat. That's something that is healthy. No, it's not healthy to be overweight, period. Okay, it's not. Shit. But there are people that are overweight, and I'm not saying that, and there are different conditions that causes people to be overweight. But you're not going to make that chic. You're not going to make that, you can't make that attractive and changing the standard of beauty as much as you put Lizzo in front of us. Okay, so wait, hold on. Here we go, right here. Close your eyes if you're looking on the screen. We have Lizzo here. Lizzo here, big Lizzo, big, morbidly obese, nasty, grotesque, fat ass Lizzo. Everybody want to shoe shine around it. The comedians don't want to go in. If they go in on this fat, obnoxious, talented young lady, she's talented. But because of these antics like this, she's disgusting. And I can't think of her talent. Right here, it says Beyond Submissive Reloaded. It says, we are literally changing the standard of beauty. And they don't like it. See how delusional the mammy is? See how delusional these fat black bitches are? What the hell is going on? You changing the standard of beauty and they don't like it. You ain't changing nothing. We don't like it. You like it. Y'all eyes is burning. Well, I got something else for you from Lizzo. Remember I told you that concert she was at in Canada with all those hunkies. I told it was all those hunkies out there at a concert of Lizzo in Canada. Well, I saw this, and this is what she said. Lizzo said they asked her about her crossover success. She said, "I'm not making music for white people." All right. I'm not making music for you crackers. You hunkies. Oh, well, they can say that. Could you imagine if the artist said, I'm not making music for black people? Imagine an artist saying that. See, I'm not I didn't show that because to make the hunkies who like Lizzo turn against her. No, y'all stay being fans. She's just letting you know she's not making music for y'all. Okay. But I'm just showing that particular statement. If she could say that, and it's okay. If a hunky said that, no, a cracker, not hunkies, because I don't like hunkies, crackers. If crackers said, I'm not making music for black people. I don't design clothes for black people. I'm not designing them for that. That would be racist. But I just pointed that out to all the the race hunters. Let's see. So I'm glad Pooh, you got the thing where we got all the chats up here on the screen from each from Foxhole, and what's the name on here? Yeah, Odyssey on here. Yeah, so we have it all there on there. So uh, Fat Hunter says she only making music for fat people. Yeah, I think that's what maybe she's making it for fat people, but she says she's not making it for white people. So I guess white fat people, but I don't know. But I just like to show those comments to the race runners, because we always talking about race and racism and what's racist and racist, you know. But black people are very racist. They're very racist. They're racist in everything they say. They can post it online. They can do it, and yet it, they think that that's not racist. But if a white person said the things that black people said and put black in it and said it the way that, it'll be racism. Just like if it was a hashtag called white excellence, like there is a hashtag black excellence or black is beautiful. What if somebody wants to say, well, white is beautiful? I don't have a problem with things like that. Because I mean, I have a problem with this whole thing on race and racism. Black people love to talk about racism, and it's all this racism, and then you got the white liberal with racism. But we have some real racism going on right now, and I've called it out for a long time: anti-white racism. And it is that, and it's wrong. So it's wrong to do it. So coon that. Because I know there's probably somebody watching and say that's a coon. Shove that coon up your ass. Because the only coons are the motherfuckers who use that word. Y'all the coons. Can't you the coons? So here we got Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard, she did leave the Democratic Party to become an independent. She's not a Republican. She's going to be an independent, she says. She said, I can no longer remain in today's Democratic Party that is now under complete control of the elite cabal of warmongers driven by cowardly wokeness who divide us by racializing every issue, stoke anti-white racism, and actively work to undermine our God-given freedoms, etc., etc. I'm not going to cover a lot of Tulsi Gabbard. I'm just going to cover this portion about her. At least I agree with her, everything she said there about what the Democrat Party has turned into. And also, it's a dead party. It's a dying party. It's a dead party. It is the Titanic. She has to get off, save your political career if you want anything left. Get off of that sinking ship. But I see this. Remember this. The Forum of Young Global Leaders. Someone is arguing with me on Twitter saying that, Tulsi has denounced this. She said they used her picture without her authorization and all this other. What's up, racist tranny? She's here tonight. Yeah, she has a show Monday through Friday. She do it a morning show. I'm gonna start trying to change my sleep schedule this week so I can get up and catch her show. But I stay up so late at night. But I remember this. These Klaus Schwab's founder and executive chairman of the World Economic Forum, the WEF. They are responsible for trying to push this great reset, which is not going to reset shit, and this Agenda 21 and Agenda 30, which is failing. They've already failed. That's what this show is about. Vindication. They failed. We just got to sit here and watch it and let everybody else catch up, but they failed. It's enough of us, and that's why the unvaccinated, we are the heroes. The chosen people, we are the heroes, the true heroes in this time period. But remember, these are the global leaders they got up here: Alexander Soros, Mark Zuckerberg, David de Rothschild, Megan Rappaport, of that one-eyed bastard. Dan Crenshaw, and there's right there in the center, Tulsi Gabbard. Somebody said that she denounced that and said that they used her picture without her authorization. I don't know what to say to that other than I don't believe that. I don't believe that. She said they used her picture without authorization. That and she never was a part of that. I'm going like that picture has been around for a long time, and she just, I think because people are asking her that because we are, um, people are asking her that because we are waking up. We know what the World Economic Forum is about. It's not about anything good for us. It's about enslaving us. That's what it's about. And it's sad that, a lot of the Shine community, they don't know anything about globalism or any of that. All they know is racism. See, they stuck on some stupid shit, racism and white supremacy, the system of white supremacy. Well, when you're 12% of the population, let me just say this, 12% and declining to the Shine, there always going to be some kind of supremacy over you just based on numbers. If you're looking at that, I don't know how this 12% of do nothing, make nothing, build anything, expect create anything, life sustaining or anything, catch up with me and get with it. What are you going to be superior in? What do you, why do you need to be lead, and why do you need to be over everything and run everything? Run everything, even if you can't run it. Just put you there because you're black. Oh, wow. I think I just tore that whole white supremacy argument down. This is the Saturday night Smackdown, because all that white supremacy and shit, I don't believe in that shit. Ain't nobody superior to me other than God. The hell is going on? People are retarded. Stop being retarded. It's just stop being retarded. Is everything turned off over here? Let me sure. All right, so that, so we're gonna go from there into, with that being said, Kunta Kanye this week, the Kunta Kanye, he did the White Lives Matter thing. We have to deal with that. We had to and they had to make a statement based on the fact that Black Lives Matter was a straight up scam. Straight up sham, and I guess that was a way using the shirt to create some kind of buzz. And then Candace got a halfway documentary out. I haven't even watched that documentary. I've seen enough of people talk about it to know I was dead on, spot on when I said my review of it before I even saw it. See, didn't I said she's gonna cover where some of the money went, but she's definitely not covering where all the money went. She's definitely not covering that. But the bottom line is we can just cut all that movie out. Other than as far as the Shine goes, as far as the colored people go, we can cut all that out and just break it down to them and let them know not a dime went to y'all. Not a dime went to y'all. And not a dime went to y'all, and not a dime went to any black, anything of any black, but the black people that was working to go buy them a house and fat house and eat on you and fly all over the country and have fabulous vacations and everything, so let's see, what is this right here? So here's right here. Oh, here's a tweet. It says Tulsa Gabbard tweeted this out. Fu, you just sent me this. I'm honored to be selected in the 2015 YGL Voices representing Hawaii amongst leaders around the world. Young global leaders with the WEF, exactly. So there you go. I don't know. I'm gonna send that to that person. Thank you for sending me that. So because that person they sent me some kind of tweet of her saying something. I said I don't care what the hell she tweeted. Give a fuck what the hell. I don't care what the hell she say about this shit. No, I didn't seen her doing this, and I didn't seen a lot that I seen enough to know she's a Satanist. She's either a Jesuit. She's either a Jesuit. What the hell? she's either a Jesuit or she down with the Khazarian mafia. So she's one of the other. All right. Um, but moving on from there, we'll go back. Let's go back to Kunta Kanye. Kunta Kanye, they did the whole, and I mean, he's gonna be Kunta Kanye because I'm waiting on when they're gonna start whooping on that ass. Or is this an exercise to show us? And because I'm looking at this in two different ways. uh, uh, I'm looking at this in two ways. This whole thing, he comes out with the White Lives Matter and all that, and he makes controversy and all this, and it's, he's saying it's a scam, which it was, straight up scam. It had nothing to do with black people, but black emotion, and black people that are any black person that's sensitive about Black Lives Matter. You got scammed. You got scammed on that, and you got scammed on the other shit too. So it's a scam all the way around. It had nothing to do with black. It was white liberal bagel shit in blackface. That's all it was, to raise money for their causes, to fund their causes, and to pay off the rigors of 2020. So there you go. They had to pay off the rigors of 2020. And I don't think, if anybody has seen the movie, did she go into any parts of Act Blue in the movie about the money going to Act Blue? Because when it goes over to Act Blue, then it gets dispersed out in all other areas too. Or did she just cover all that surface shit? See, I haven't even watched it. I just know it's very surfaced. It's very surfaced. So did she? But Kunta Kanye, then he got into it with Puffy, and he said something about the Jews that control him. That was the tweet. And then the next morning, he's gonna get up and go in on some Jews. Okay, well, aren't you Jews or whatever? But that was somehow just him saying Jews, or in it, or calling Jews, and not saying we love Jews or I love Jews. I'm in love with all the Jews. They the best. They perfect. They don't never do anything wrong. They're above criticism. We should praise them. Hallelujah. Get on your knees, praise and worship the Jews. All that. If you ain't saying that, we need to kiss Jew ass and all that kind of bullshit, because that's what it just seemed like to me. They're going to call you an anti-Semite, some old made up word, because they got to have a special word for them if you ain't saying something, if you ain't bowing down and praising and kissing ass and, oh, please, we love the Jews, all that stuff, I done got started on this shit. So now he's out here, and the bank then shut his, they kicking him out the bank and all this, because the Jews don't have no power. They so oppressed. Everybody want to attack them. They so oppressed. They don't have no power, which the whole thing was he saying about all people said all the power they have. They must have a lot of power because they can censor and turn folks off and do this. And next thing you know it, they got a fake Alex Jones trial going, and he got to pay $1 billion because of his opinion. He gave his opinion based on on the evidence that he saw on a shooting, that the parents got upset because they were so distraught, and they took him to civil court and they sued him, and he has to pay close to $1 billion. If y'all believe any of that shit, all this seems like a way to try to shut folks up. I wish a motherfucker would come and try to sue me for saying that was in the Vivalde down in any of these shootings. If I say I don't believe in it, I don't care, nobody died, that's how I feel about it, and that's the way I see it, and this is why I think that way, sue me. I can say what the hell I want to say. It's my opinion. It's how I looked at it. That's how I view it. See, that's the thing. And I can justify it by saying this, and this. You prove to me that this happened. Show me the death certificates. Can we get some of those, please? So we got, so either way it go, because he said that, now he's the anti-Semite and all this and everything, and they over there questioning Candace, asking her what she think about it and all this going on, and they then took JP Morgan then took his money or making him leave the bank, and he responded something about that.
Bad business. You say, hey, call somebody out on bad business, that means you're being anti-Semitic. So I feel happy to have crossed the line of that idea so we can speak openly about, things like getting canceled from the bank. A lot of this stuff, for me, is the richest black man in American history that put $140 billion in JP Morgan and never even had a chance to not even get deals. We'll speak at it.
Oh, okay. So I guess he's the richest black man, and did he say the richest black man in history or something like that? Kunta Kanye. Kunta. Kunta Kanye. Okay, well, whatever it is, if you all that, the richest black man ever in history, you don't have to work, get your money, open up your own damn bank, build your own shit. Say, I'll bank my own motherfucking shit. I mean, billions of dollars and shit, I'm trying to figure this shit out. But there's if Chase don't want it, go to another bank. Somebody other bank gonna want the money. If you got a bank, but all I'm saying is that when it comes to this thing, it just seems like a bunch of wheels of turning of bullshit, and they're trying to condition us. When I'm looking at this stuff and I've seen certain things, and then they're coming out with this, and nothing he said was anti-Semitic. I don't know how, but anti-Semitic is anything that they don't like. If it's not kissing their ass and praising them and praying to them and bowing down to them and worshiping, hallelujah, we love the Jews and all that. I'm only doing that for Jesus. I'm not doing that for the Jews. I only do that for God. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. But if you ain't doing that, praising them and saying they the best and they so oppressed and they've had it worse than everybody in the world, everybody's attacking them. I mean, shit. So I don't know what Kanye doing with this, what Kunta's doing, but when the ass whooping come in, I don't know how much they're gonna keep doing and making examples. And look what happened. They don't have no power, but look what happened. He said something. It looked like y'all got a lot of power to me. What it look like? It looks like you got a lot of power to me. And then they bring out the booty puppet, the bagel booty puppet, Charlemagne, calling Kanye a Nazi.
The curious case of KK Kanye. He's a Nazi as far as I'm concerned, okay? If you wake up and choose white supremacy and decide to push anti-black slogans and anti-Semitic rhetoric all in the span of 7 days, you are a Nazi, all right?
You're a Nazi. So I guess Kunta Kanye is a Nazi now because he's one of the boulets. Let's get him out here, attack Kanye. He's a Nazi. And here we are talking about Kanye. He was at Candace Owens, I think some premiere she had in Tennessee of the Black Lives Matter is a scam movie, I guess. And so he had on a 2024 hat. That's what I saw. And Kunta, I know you're not thinking about running for president. Seriously, please. Kunta. Now, Kunta, go have a seat. We did. Okay, no, you gonna cut? No, don't cut YouTube off yet. No, let's see. We won't cut you. Let me finish this segment on Kunta and go into Stacey and do this last part on Big Fat Stacey because we're gonna bounce to that. Then we're gonna cut because we're gonna be going into the real Vindication. So everyone on ScrewTube, um, everybody else can talk about the airborne AIDS and what's the new news and everything else that's out here that they have admitted to that we're going to be going into, but me and Kiki. If we say anything, they're going to say misinformation, which they're not supposed to be giving us strikes for no misinformation when it comes to this, especially if we're just giving the information. It's because I was right about it from the beginning, and that's why I'm vindicated. So when we get to that portion of the show, you have to go to other platforms. I'm sorry, we have to cut it off, and I don't have time for ScrewTube and dealing with them with that shit. But let's get into, we got Kanye. Kunta, if you're going to run for president, who's gassing you up or whatever's going on, can't stop it. Shit. What the hell is going on? Kunta, no. It ain't gonna be your president, yay. President Kunta? The hell is going on? Stop playing. If he's running, I'm running. Damn. Motherfuckers said, can you imagine Kunta with the Saudis and Putin? I'm sitting here going, I don't want to, we gonna stop all that. Who's floating them ideas around? Who's up here saying, Kanye, we think you can run for president? Shit, no, you can't even run for, go sit down. Shit. You can't even run for damn, why people don't want to stay in their lane? You do rap music and you design some clothes that I never seen, I would never wear, I would never buy. And you're a billionaire. Somebody's buying it. It ain't me. But you the richest black man, whatever. Just be rich and talk shit. If you rich, talk shit, be a boss. Don't be bowing down and kissing ass. Be a boss. Say what you got to say. Get back up on social media. Say what you're going to say. When I see him acting like that and being a real boss, kind of like Trump, when Trump say what he got to say, he's to leave it at that. You can take whatever you want out of it. Twist it, flip it up, rub it around, shake it, and translate it any way you want to. And he ain't taking it back and ain't going to rearrange his words. That's why I got respect for him, because I haven't seen him do that. I haven't seen him. I'm sorry, Ike. I'm sorry, Ike. I eat the cake. I haven't seen Trump eat the cake yet. So, but speaking of cake, and somebody to lay off the cake, Big Shirley. Big Shirley is up for is going for running for governor in Georgia, which is what's up, Maurice Delk? What's up? He's over there on YouTube. I can't see YouTube here, so let me go over here. So what's up, Maurice Delk? I'm so glad he came in the show. Oh, they over here on YouTube. YouTube on ScrewTube over there. Okay, so but let's get to Big Shirley. Big Shirley is going to lose in Georgia definitely this time. The last time she lost, it was over 60,000 votes. And it was really more than that, but we know what the system does and everything like that. But there was no way that big fat ancient mama was going to be governor of Georgia. Shit. Now, we go down there. Come on now. Shit, it's the same thing with this Lizzo shit. Putting this big bitch out here, shaking her ass in a thong, and she running around here looking like an old monkey, a mammy monkey. And they talking about we changing the standard of beauty. No, you're not. You ain't changing shit. She's fat and obese. She's nasty, obese. Nobody wants to see that shit. I don't care how much y'all lie. It's like, oh, you so cute, Lizzo. You so bad. You so beautiful. Bullshit. Them old hunkies be sitting there saying that stupid shit. Hunkies be lying. These hunkies be lying. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so I was not going in on hunkies yet. I was going in on Big Shirley. Big Shirley is going to lose here in Georgia. Because Democrats, what Democrat is going to win on anything? What are they running on? Everything they're doing is failure. It's not good for the American people. Only thing they can run around here is talk about killing babies. We want to kill our babies, and you got these mammies out here windmilling about killing their babies and everything else. And I'm going like, good, do it. I don't care. If the baby killers that want to kill their babies, let them kill their babies. They don't need to be having no kids. We don't need them to breed. I'm trying to understand. I mean, I'm pro-life. I am pro-life. But yet they're not going to outlaw abortion. They're going to be able to get this. So we got to just deal with that. Understand that people, if these whores want to go get them an abortion, they're going to do it by hook or by crook. And you know what? I'd rather them whores do that than to sit up here and bring it here and kill it after the baby get here. Abuse it, starve it, kill it, sacrifice it, sell it into slavery. Let it get chopped up for body parts and stuff. You never know what these little demons, these demon seeds are going to do. But that's just another divide and conquer thing to keep you let the good people procreate. It creates strong nuclear traditional families. And the gutter, let the gutter be the gutter. Let the gutter stay in the gutter. The gutter will handle themselves. The gutter will handle themselves. But Big Stacey is going to lose in Georgia. And Mike, I just showed you Charlemagne. That is a definite coon. He is a coon for the Democrat plantation. The Democrat, he told everybody to go out here and vote for Joe Biden. And he told everybody to go out here and vote for Joe Biden, all the blacks, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. And we have the worst economy. We're going into a economic recession, possibly depression. It's coming. What's about to come is going to be no joke. But there's no wars going on. We got green screen and all kinds of shit going on over there in the with Zelensky and all that. We seeing all this, but yeah, we're supposed to believe there's a war. The only war that's going on is the information war. But so we have Stacey Abrams was going to lose here. Brian Kemp went and met with the young man who built the school in Georgia for young black men, and he is an actual conservative that did this. And see, my thing is this right here. That young man who built that school, I can't recall his name, but he's actually getting troubled kids into a school, and they're learning, and these are boys, and he's teaching them skills and stuff. He's actually doing something. Doing for self, doing for his community. That's what I call, when you talk about doing something for your community, you're doing something that's valuable. You're changing lives. You're doing something that these kids can take with them and go and live a fruitful life. But the Democrats, the blacks keep telling them to vote for the Democrats. They're going to create a new program. They're going to do this. They got so many programs and so many programs and so many programs. Somebody get it, and ain't did shit for black people. They haven't done it. The black community is screwed, and the black church helped push it that way. But Brian Kemp went down there and met with this guy, went to the school. Brian Kemp went there, and I ain't even boosting Brian Kemp up, but hell, that's the only choice we got. I don't like his ass either. Communist ass. China sold out to China unless he's acting, but unless he's part of the script, let them go ahead and do this. I don't know. He could be, and I think he could be playing a part where he had to let them go ahead and do what they needed to do to prove what's going to be proven. Y'all get it? But until I find that out, right now I'm looking at Brian Kemp with the side eye. But he did go down here to this school with this black guy and these young black men. And Big Killer Mike is on the program with Charlemagne, talking about this shit, and then he's gonna say Stacey needs to go behind and do what Brian Kemp did. No, big fat Stacey needs to sit down and shut the hell up. Black men ain't voting for that big fat mammy. They're not. Only things voting for them that's black men are Section 8 sissies. That's it. And Killer Mike and them boule motherfuckers like that.
She's running against is running an effective campaign.
Brian Kemp.
And Brian Kemp is running an effective campaign because this week, what Mr. Kemp did was he went to an all-black boys' school that's ran by a conservative black man down in Albany, Georgia, young black man. He didn't Dr. Umar you. He didn't go around preaching for a lot of years. That's no diss to Dr. Umar. He produced the school, and then he started
Dr.
talking.
Umar got to school, man.
I'm not mad. I'm
He
happy.
do, he got
In
it.
fact, you know what? I'm sending you a grand. I swear to God, I love Dr. Umar.
It's not accredited
So I'm glad
yet.
he
He got
just
the
got his school. I'm sending him. But this guy got a charter school with all black boys. So guess who the picture goes up with him yesterday? He has Governor Kemp with the boys yesterday. That picture goes up. Shelley Winters, who's an incredible black man, does a lot in Atlanta, happens to be a conservative, has a great radio show. He's a great radio show host, but he goes in the public and out in the streets every day. He got a bunch of conservative black men together. Kemp went with them. Then he went over to a Democratic enclave with Ryan Cameron, one of the most popular radio hosts ever out of Georgia, staunch Democrat, and then pressed the Democrats in that room. I would advise, if I was in Ms. Kemp's camp, you need to go everywhere he just went.
Ms. Abrams.
And Ms. Abrams, you need to go everywhere Brian Kemp just went, because what Brian Kemp did was have an effective week with black people. Wow. And I would love to see her do that, but if she doesn't, that ain't our fault. Woo!
He had an effective week with black people. Thank you, American Rant, for that. Thank you for that. Thank you for that donation there. Thank you so much. And he had an effective week with black people. She needs to go do what she did. She need to go do what he did. No, she need to go sit her ass down and finish eating that big old plate of pancakes and chicken, fried chicken and ham hocks. Do what she do. Go sit her big fat ancient mama ass down somewhere. She ain't winning no governorship in the state of Georgia. Now we got crackers here, but they ain't that crazy. We got crackers here. We got crackers here. We ain't got no. We got hunkies here. We got hunkies in this state too, but it's more crackers than they are hunkies. And black men ain't vote for that big old ancient mama, obese, ugly ass gap tooth mammy. Ain't nobody doing that now. Shit, it ain't working. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Stacey needs to put the fork down and go run some laps or lose some weight and come back into politics. She need to revamp. She has no control. She's lazy. She don't even want to work on her own physical health. She's big as hell, morbidly obese. Nobody want to tell that truth. I'm telling it. Candace want me this. She can't never say what I say. It's a wrap for her. Big fat no. Thank you, Space Power Iron, for becoming a member on my channel. Thank you so much on Odyssey. We do have a membership section over there, so thank you for doing that over there. I appreciate your support. There is no war in Ukraine. There is no war in Ukraine. Russia. How is Russia fighting Ukraine? Russia can beat Ukraine in a day. It's propaganda. There's things going on. But there's no physical war. I don't know. We can't get any footage. We get some shit here and there, Yeah, it's war. So, okay. So anyway, we have, let's see, but and the internet, and we have these threats of we're gonna be going to nuclear war. Is Joe Biden? Are we going to nuclear war? They're getting ready to go to nuclear war. Y'all believe that? Oh well. Oh well. Well, be scared. Just start the nukes. Is Stacey an alphabet? I think she is. I think they said she was a lesbian. Stacey's a lesbian, but but she's not gonna be. She's not going to be, she's not going to win governor here. I don't know why she chose that. She should have tried to run for a House seat. I could see her fat ass winning that. And she go running out like John Lewis district. Why she didn't do that? Big Shirley Side has always, Big Shirley Side has always said that they're going to blame black men when they lose when she loses. So get prepared, black men of Georgia. Big sure it's exactly. They know she's going to lose, so they're going to choose. Even if black men voted, the amount of black men that do vote, when you say look at the percentages of black people that vote, is like at the highest level, it's like 4%. I think that's what the highest level was, like, for a little over 4%. That was when Obama won the first time, and it ain't been that high since. So of that 4%, probably 1% of that is black men. That none of that's gonna help her win no election. They just using that as an excuse because they're losing their slaves on the plantation, and a lot of people, a lot of black people, just not voting. Period. You know, they ain't gonna vote Republican because they think that's racism. The basicness of black folks when it comes to politics and race. Well, they're, you know, create a black party, call it the Black Party. Anyway, so what we're dealing with now is, you know, we have vindication. We're being vindicated now. Vindicated because of the fact that Pfizer has come out and said that the vaccine that they, the vaccine, which was never a vaccine, we can cut YouTube. Is YouTube cut? Yeah, I think is it cut?